right, hello. We're gonna get
I'm
started.
here.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to. Sip and Talk Podcast. Sip and Talk Podcast with your host, Miss Londa. Sip and Talk Podcast. Sip and Talk Podcast. Sip and Talk Podcast. Starting soon. All right, hello everyone. We are back again, and we have a guest joining us this evening. Today we have MC Snillow joining us. MC Snillow is a humanitarian, a historian, and a musician. So today we are going to be discussing him and an entrepreneur as well. So that's what we're going to be discussing, and we're also going to get into him discussing why he feels like Black people are being affected. So welcome. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. It's a blessing to be here, straight from Africa.
Okay. All right. So you're a musician and an entrepreneur, and I mean you got a lot of things going on. So tell us a little about that.
Well, I'm MC Snillow, which simply means Mbakochukwu Snillow from West Africa, Biafra land. Musician, humanitarian activist, entrepreneur, and all that stuff. So, as a musician, I first started managing music artists. So, something happened, an event happened in 2017. We went to the street to protest, demanding for good governance down here, and we got confronted by the military. You know, armless protesters got killed just for coming out for to demand for what is right, to demand for dividends of democracy, to demand for good roads and electricity, to demand for better life and good standard of living. So after that, I was inspired to write a
Okay.
song called "I Still See No Change." So I made that song, and it became an underground hit because the government of the day or the powers that be don't want such music to be out there because of it's more like an eye opener. It opens up your eye to the reality of the day. So the music was banned. Prior to the music, then I was just managing a couple of artists. So the music was banned, and by the grace of my ancestors and the Most High, the music found its way overseas and started getting airplay, and that was just how I kicked off as an artist. So I swore that I'm gonna use my voice to speak for the people. And if you listen to every song I have been able to, a couple of singles that I've been able to put out, I just represent speaking for Black people, not just in Africa but across the world. And that's about it as a musician. Then I say humanitarian. Ever since I was young, I believe in uplifting humanity in any way, in through the means that I can. So I have a foundation, Capon Empire Charity Organization. And what we do is we give back to kids, put them back in schools, runaway kids, street kids, get them back from the streets and put them back in schools. Um, I don't know about over there, but yeah, you just have to pay for your tuition, pay for your school books and bags and everything that you need. So most parents don't have that kind of fund to put their kids in school, so they stay in the streets. So it's me and a few guys and a couple of more people out there just said to come together, put our money together, and make sure these kids have a good life, because once they stay in the streets, they get exposed to drugs and violence and all this stuff's going on, and they grow with it, and it becomes dangerous for the society, So besides that, we also support the elderly. If you go through our website, caponempire.com, you just see a few things that we've done. Not everything because we don't like to post everything. just a few things to represent us and what we do. And then as an entrepreneur, I have an indie record label, not so much big. I have a magazine, and I try to do one or two businesses just to keep the cash flow flowing.
Yeah.
And then hold on. And then as a historian, I have a radio show called African Voice. I used through that radio show to speak about what black people go through in life, and that's just about and black history. Lots of people think black people's history started with slavery. They didn't know that black people once ruled this world. I try to tell them, but they don't believe. They don't know that black people discovered Europe before the rise of the white man. Many people don't know that the first university that was built in this world was in Kemet, which is modern day Africa.
Okay.
It was built by special
You're
brains
going
of
in and
and who was the fixer and architecture and all that. Hello,
yeah, you're
can you
kind
hear
of
me?
going in and out.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I can
Oh,
hear you now.
it must be the connection or something.
Yeah.
So I was saying, okay. So I was saying that I have a radio show called African Voice, which I use through that to teach Black history to people. Most people think our history started with slavery. They don't know that we lived thousands of years before that, and we once ruled the world. It's Black people that discovered Europe. You know, but these are stories that have been swept under the rug, so the Black kids won't understand they are kings and queens, leaving us with that slave mentality. So that's about it.
Okay. Okay. And how many songs do you have out?
I have our first single, I Still See No Change, and then I dropped um, Scared of Our Brothers, with Flag Gaza. He is a Hispanic artist, based in New York. And those two songs have videos out there. It's on YouTube. As Still See No Change was inspired by us, wanting a change, which the government promised us, and it's rather we just get confronted by the military with their guns for protesting. Then Scared of Our Brothers is talking about global unity, between all races, black, white, Hispanic, Japanese, whatever.
All right. So when did you start your magazine and what made you start it?
Hello, can you hear me?
You say you can't hear me? I think you're
Capone Empire magazine. Can you hear me
I,
loud and
I
clear?
said when did you start your magazine and what made you start it?
Yeah, I started Capone Empire magazine 2021. I used to write for other people. I love to grow. I used to write for Blessings magazine, Spotlight magazine, they are both in New York. Um, I also write for Global Fire magazine and a couple of more magazines. So I decided if I can actually write for this industry, I can just start up my own. And also, I see that as an avenue for me to, expose more talent that I have and expose my teachings to the world, and expose the lies that we have been made to live. So that's the inspiration behind the magazine, and it's been running forth ever since December last year.
Okay. All right. So tell us some of the things you have going on now. Are you a podcaster?
No. I just have a radio show. Well, I also have my own radio, Capon Empire Radio. It's on, uh, but it's not where it is or where I want it to be at the moment. But it's on Blazing, and I can give out. It's an online radio. I can send out link later to so people can just tune in.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So, do you have any new music coming out?
Music apart from music, I'm more into promoting in working. But I'm trying to see if I can get back into the game to drop a couple of new singles, because it's been a year since I dropped a new song.
Okay. All right. So, speaking on the issues that you feel is overall affecting Black people, can you speak a little more on that?
Hello? Hello, ma'am?
Yeah, I said. So, are
Line
you
is
having a
breaking
hard?
up.
Okay, so I was saying, like, speaking on the issues, the overall issues that you feel is affecting Black people. Can you speak a little more on that?
I think the overall issue affecting Black people is that we lost our sense of history. I don't know if you can hear me.
So,
Hello?
do you
Am
feel
I
like our
clear?
so you feel like we're not being taught the history, or we're being taught the wrong thing? What exactly is it?
Well, I feel like as Black people, we are not even taught history down here. And those over there that I've been able to talk to in America and Europe, most of them have been taught the wrong things. And this is the one thing that is affecting us. Secondly, we lost spirituality. We lost what it means to be spiritual beings, and we start embracing things that doesn't really exist. And I feel like these two things are just the major problems that we face in the world as a people, as Black people today. If we can understand that our history is deep, understand that ancestors did lots of great things and contributed a lot to developing the world and to shaping the world to what it is today, then the modern day Black person, the modern day Black lady will understand that she is a king, and she or he came from the lineage of kings and queens, and that'll make them to sit up and start to act right, instead of ending up being in gangs and being in prison and all that stuff.
Do you live in the United States, or are you still in Africa?
Now I'm still in West Africa.
Okay. Have you ever traveled to the states though?
Well, I'm gonna visit. I would love to. I would love to definitely go on tours and let them just teach people one or two things that I know, things that my grandfather passed on to me, and that I would love to pass on to other people.
Okay. So have you ever traveled to the United States though?
No, 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 no.
Would you like to?
Yes. Yeah, it will give me an opportunity to be heard by the world, because I feel like this place I am, kind of like suppresses me. So I feel like America will give me the more audience that I need and the power that I need too. So it will be a blessing to come over there, someday.
Okay. So your magazine, what exactly do you do with your magazine? Is it for promotion? What exactly do you do with your magazine? What is it about?
Well, okay, I'll do one expo. It's more like expository stuff, more like trying to awaken the people. People that read. I try to use my magazine to awaken them. And then two, I try to promote people with people's businesses and content with it. And then still I try to make it, entertaining, something that if you are bored, you can just pick up Capone Empire magazine and go through it and have a good time.
Okay. So I have a question from you from a comment. She says, "Where in Africa are you?"
I'm from Biafra, West Africa, a country or a nation that is being oppressed and being held down by the Nigerian armed forces. And we're still fighting for our freedom, though, fighting to be recognized again as an independent country. We've been independent in 16th century. We got crushed by the British and European forces, and then in 17th century, 18th century, sorry, and then 1967 we did independence again, and we got crushed by Britain and Saudi Arabia and Egypt, and right now we're seeking for our freedom again. One day we'll be free as an independent country in West Africa. You know.
Okay. Okay. Now, you know how they kind of like post Africa on TV. There's some good parts in Africa, correct? So like the stuff that they actually put on TV, that's not all
Sorry.
Africa. Do you have a? Are you wearing an earpiece? Because I think it
Yeah.
keeps going in and out.
First, I'm happy you brought this up. I'm not wearing any earpiece. I have the connection. Well,
I don't know. I
can
think the
you hear me?
connection may be on your end because I'm not
Movies
freezing.
and the video, it's not. We have just like every other place.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
You want to try going out and coming back in?
Is it clear now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So
Okay,
what
no
were you
problem.
saying?
No problem. Let me go out. Let me.
Like, okay. So he's gonna go out and come back in because I don't know. He's having a bad connection. Give us just a few seconds, guys. Don't take that long to go in. Like, I'm just saying. Hopefully he's coming back. Otherwise, we're gonna have to end it. It'll be a short show. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you a little better now. Did you take your earplugs out?
No, I didn't have any earplugs.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you were saying like it's not different from like any other place?
Yeah. So first things first, they make Africa look like one place where poverty and diseases do well, but that's not all about Africa. We're just like every other place. I watched a video from Akon. He called it Ghetto. His music video Ghetto. Ghetto. He was showing so many ghettos in America, you know. And I watched one of his interviews. He said he intentionally did that to let the world understand that America got ghetto just like every other person or every other place. So the fact that the media or the mainstream media just put out Africa as a place of poverty and disease shows one thing. It's their They just want to undermine the strength of Africa. That's one. Two, they want to make sure that black people in Europe and in America don't ever think of coming back to Africa to stay or to invest their resources. These are the reasons why it's like an organized thing. They come together to make you see the worst when we've got the best too. They don't tell you about the pink lake in Africa, in Senegal, the only pink lake in the world. They don't tell you about Seychelles that have climate. Seychelles is just like Hawaii. Don't tell you about Rwanda that makes Mercedes Benz their country. They don't tell you about how we use iPhone 13 here when some Americans can afford iPhone 13. They don't tell you about how we drive cars and fly aeroplane and have pass. They don't tell you that. They just tell you about the ghetto, poverty, disease, Africa. That's a big lie. I'm glad you brought up this question because it's just gave me an opportunity to change the narrative. I have a friend. She came down from South Carolina to Africa. She was amazed. She kept on telling me, Man, can't believe this is what Africa looks like. This is not what they make us to believe." She went back showing pictures and videos of her experience, and her friends couldn't believe what they were seeing. So I'm just trying to let people understand that it is not what the mainstream media shows you. We are far bigger and better than that.
Okay. Well, that's interesting to know because yeah, for years that's all, whenever they show Africa in a movie or on TV, they only show the bad parts. So you think that Africa is really, everywhere in Africa is poor.
Yeah, and that's a big lie. I'm sure most Americans can't even afford iPhone 13. Some of us are using iPhone 13 down here, you know. So that's to show you the level. As a matter of fact, I'm talking to you on my iPhone.
Okay.
It's 12:27 a.m. down here. I would have taken the phone outside so you can see what outside looks like. We don't live in trees like monkeys. You see, I'm dressed. I'm not half naked and running around butt naked.
Well, that's
I
a
see those movies.
stereotype,
I know
right?
that's what I see those movies. I know that's what they paint about Africa, and I'm here to let the world understand that. Okay, Cardi B came down to Lagos in Africa. So are they trying to tell me that she was performing for people? She was in the strip club, blowing up some cash, making it rain. Are you trying to tell me she was making it rain for people with diseases and half naked people with disease? Hell no. She was making it rain on top of the strippers who are looking healthy, just like Beyonce. You know, Rihanna came to Lagos to perform and Abuja. She was lodged in a five-star hotel. I was there too. So why would they make Africa look like poverty, disease? I mean, don't they watch when Rick Ross came down to Lagos, Ghana? Don't they see those videos? Man, we should change narrative. That's just it.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. So, what are some new things that you might possibly have going on?
Well, new music is coming up. pushing my radio to the next level, looking for an international manager and A&R that can, help to skyrocket this whole movement, get me to be heard by top labels. These are the things on the table right now. Um, throwing up, the cards on the floor, looking for more opportunities. Just whatever I can do to be heard by major platforms and bringing the message across, let them know that we are great. Africa is great. We have problems here, but we are great.
Okay. She says she just had a cousin move to Ghana and she loves it.
Oh, hey Belinda,
So,
tell your cousin I said she should preach the gospel. Africa is not a place of poverty.
can you give us something some music? Like I can't play a video because it won't load, but like can you give us something so we can hear like let's hear some of your music. Let's hear what you working with.
More like a freestyle.
Or if you got a beat you can play, let me make sure that I put that you're giving me permission. So,
Um, oh man, I'm far from my boombox. I'll have to go get it if I have to do that for you.
okay.
Oh man, but I can just give you a little acapella, just to.
Okay.
Well, I wake up every day to still see no change. My people get shot at a close range. When they take the street to cry for one. These politicians keep doing us wrong. The continent gets to the highest bidders. That's why Africa got the worst leaders that loot the treasury, stealing all the money, leaving my people hungry. And whenever we protest, we get shot. Just look at what they did to IPOB and Shites. Britain, on the other hand, looting Africa, painting it up like we dying of like we all are dying of malaria. But once I get on, like I don't understand that right. Sure, I guess I have to stop now. Song I did a little
Well, that
freestyle,
was good. That
I'm
was
just trying to
good.
catch up. Hope that wasn't boring.
Okay. Any questions for me?
I didn't know you were gonna put me on the spot like that, for real.
Hey, you're an artist. You should
Well,
always
first things
stay
first,
ready.
I would
You
say you look
never know.
beautiful.
What if I was a producer? What if I wanted to sign you? You supposed to stay ready.
Well, that's true anyway. My bad. Apologize. I should have made that coming. But anyone that want to sign, they can watch me perform, on stage. I think I have a couple of live shows on YouTube, or just one or two, you know. I would say first things first. I want to say thank you for having me. You too. You look so beautiful.
Thank
When I
you.
saw pictures, I even know you look way more beautiful.
Thank you. So, any
And then
questions
I
for
want to
me
let the
before
world
we
know
go?
that I'm gonna have him. Huh?
I was just asking, was there any questions that you have for
Excuse
me
me.
before you go?
Okay. I was just gonna tell the world that you're gonna be on my next edition of the magazine. It's a pleasure to have you there. And
Thank
then,
you.
thank you for having me. I want to
You're welcome.
just to
So,
look
I
at
want to
your
ask, how will I
smile.
be able to see the magazine? How will people be able to see the magazine?
We publish the magazine on MacCloud.com. You can go to MacCloud.com and check for Capone Empire magazine, or you can follow me up on Twitter, Real MC Snillow, or Facebook, and you can get the links, you can download it, you can purchase it, and they'll bring it to your doorstep wherever you are in America and Africa.
So, you mean I can actually get a
It's a
copy of
global
the
magazine.
magazine?
It's not just down here, you know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure, you can go to my cloud. Lots of people that are in the magazine are in America. Most of them are people that bring their adverts from America. Some artists that want me to put them out there, and that's that.
So how much is the magazine? Is there a cost for the magazine?
Yeah,
And
but we're gonna
what's
step it up.
what's the fee?
We're just gonna step it up because it's people are purchasing the magazine right now. $10,
Okay.
ten
So
bucks, $10.
okay.
But we're stepping it up
Okay. All
with the
right.
next one.
So you will
Just
keep
taking
me
it up to 12
informed.
or 15.
Okay. So you will keep me informed though so
Or
that I
I
can
think this.
purchase the
I think
copy.
the next one.
You were going
Yeah,
in
I'll
and out
send you.
again.
Once the magazine is out, we are still putting the contents together.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I would
Thank
like
you.
to thank you for stopping by and thank you for putting me in your magazine. I can't
Can you hear
wait
me
to
now?
see what you had to say. And hopefully we'll have you back again. Thank you for the interview.
Is it?
And you have a good night. Thank everybody who joined in and tuned in. You all have a good night. Till tomorrow. Later.